Good afternoon. I'm Diane Janosek from the National Cryptologic School, and I am so pleased to be spending some time with you today. I want to thank the NICE director, Mr. Rodney Peterson, for the invitation to say hello and to share a few remarks with you. And I, of course, want to thank Florida International University, New America, and all of the members of the NICE 2020 Program Committee for their flexibility and creativity in pulling off the first virtual NICE conference. Wow. That's a lot of work shifting gears to present all this information virtually, and I commend your effort. At the NSA's National Cryptologic School, we've also been working hard, and we've also had to experience a lot of flexibility and agility to make sure that we can still deliver mission-ready education and that our staff stays safe during these unprecedented times. I want to thank the National Initiative for Cybersecurity Education, NICE, for their close partnership and continuing support for all of the so many vast cybersecurity education programs across the country. And we congratulate NICE on their leadership and their ability to garner support and collaboration across the government, industry, and academia. That is quite a tall order. And you guys have succeeded remarkably, especially notwithstanding the pandemic. We did see during the pandemic an increase in cybersecurity attacks. And so notwithstanding all the hardship that we experienced as a country, we had to likewise experience an incredible amount of hacking and ransomware attacks in our country, and only impressed upon us in 2020 the value of strong cybersecurity defenses and, of course, the importance of the people that are our cyber warriors. So I really applaud the effort that's being done and that we continued with the virtual event, notwithstanding the pandemic. As you can imagine, the cybersecurity workforce is incredibly important to the Department of Defense and to the intelligence community. Our country needs a strong offense and a strong defense. The National Security Agency and the United States Cyber Command are both led by General Nakasone, my boss. We are uniquely positioned under General Nakasone because cybersecurity is so incredibly important, as you know, to our economic security and to our national security. Our country is at a crossroads, and I think we realize even more so now than we did even in 2019, where we need to make serious investments in cybersecurity to protect this great nation, to secure the liberties we Americans enjoy every day. So we are proud to be working together with everyone on this call and all the people that you work with back at your home agencies and industries and academia, because we value you and the roles that you play to making our country stronger together. The National Security Agency manages the National Centers of Academic Excellence in Cybersecurity and also the Gen Cyber program. And these two efforts are contributing to building the cybersecurity foundation for our nation. And it takes a strong team to do that. Everyone working joins in these efforts, especially a lot of you on these calls are already very invested in these efforts. And in doing so, together, we are shining light on the critical shortfalls that we need as a nation to start plugging in those holes, building a stronger cybersecurity workforce for the future. And by doing this, we are now building our nation's cyber defense in all 16 critical infrastructure sectors. That's important. We need skilled cyber workers in finance, healthcare, critical manufacturing, the defense, the intelligence sector, telecommunications sector, the energy sector. I think I mentioned manufacturing. That's incredibly important with a lot of the reshoring coming back to the States with so many disciplines across the country. We need you and we need your help and we appreciate you. So this year we've been pretty busy. Despite the pandemic, the Centers of Academic Excellence program grew to 335 designated institutions this year. We added 23 new schools. That's really exciting. We really appreciate these new schools. And directly following my talk, you'll see the pictures of each of the schools so you can recognize them. Usually we get to host and do a designation ceremony at the conclusion of the NICE conference. So we really appreciate the opportunity to give a call out to them today. But we will be recognizing our newly designated schools at a virtual symposium at the end of this week. And we will be including their certificate presentation at our next live event. And we really enjoy those live events. So I'm looking forward to hopefully getting back together in person again. So congratulations to all the new members of our community. We also added 4 new program paths. That's also exciting, and that's a team effort as well. The CAE program launched extensive efforts and plans to contribute to cybersecurity education and workforce development this year. We established more than 7 new initiatives to expand and increase the diversity in cybersecurity education, so we could develop more qualified cyber educators and to also build a pipeline from middle school to the university and opening up to as many students as we can and engaging new students to also get involved. In rural areas and even in low income situations, we are trying to get all hands on deck because we need you. We've established collaborative regions of the CAEs to support the national program, these national initiatives, and we're also partnering to advance workforce certificate programs to transitioning military, the veterans, and first responders. That's really neat, isn't it? So we're helping others cross-train into the cyber field using the skills that they have and leveraging them. And we're also trying to encourage the pipeline and increase the robustness of that pipeline. We've also invested in more competition programs because students love to compete. They love to hone their skills. So we're going to help students and faculty who may not have previously been in competitions get involved now and get involved also in exercises designated to develop their competencies. We likewise want to thank faculty that are giving us recommendations for our CAE programs and our competency that we're looking at as well, and the models that we're looking at. All of these efforts and the new looks and the insights that you're sharing with us are going to help make our graduates stronger and more unique and their skills even more honed. We also have started this year introducing regional emergency management and recovery exercises in partnership with state and local governments and industry across the nation so that we can develop students and faculty in real world situations with work roles and collaboration requirements. And as I mentioned, I'm the Chief Learning Officer for the National Security Agency. And we've always know you have to train the way you're going to work. So these competitions and real world exercises and in the partnerships with state and local and industry and academia and government coming together, that only is going to help us be stronger when the real attacks start to come. We also have another exciting initiative. Like I told you, we've been busy. 7 new initiatives this year. We have our senior military colleges that are now embarking on a 5-year program to demonstrate the value of cybersecurity institutes. That's a capital C and a capital I. If you see that again, cybersecurity institutes that focus on the development of cybersecurity practitioners who also have foreign language, leadership, analysis, and communication skills and expertise. So why would that be, you might be thinking? Why are they focusing and diversifying? It's because the field of cybersecurity really needs multi-talented, multidisciplinary, integrated product teams, as they used to call them in IPTs. It's only together that we really can nest and bring ourselves together. So that's what makes this world so exciting and so fun in the area of cybersecurity. I also mentioned we have our Gen Cyber program at the National Security Agency that you're probably familiar with. That is summer cybersecurity camp experiences for students and teachers at the K-12 level. The goal of this program is to increase an interest in cybersecurity, especially getting them interested at the middle school level, especially the girls, trying to get them interested earlier to stay and understand the value and how exciting cybersecurity is. The goal of the Gen Cyber program is to increase the interest in the career field and develop the diversity for the whole workforce pipeline. We're hoping that all students understand correct and safe online behavior and how they can be good digital citizens, while we're also improving and assisting in the teaching methods for the delivery of cybersecurity content in K-12 curricula. That's another focus area, investing in the cybersecurity curricula for K-12. That's pretty important, right? When we started this out 20 years ago, we didn't have cybersecurity textbooks. We didn't have a PhD in cybersecurity. There weren't the instructors at the collegiate level to be teaching it. They really were cross-trained and brought in from other disciplines, and that's what we're doing today. Our vision for the Gen Cyber program is to be part and parcel of the solution to the nation's shortfall of skilled cybersecurity professionals. Ensuring that young people are inspired to direct their talents in this area is really important for all of us, right? For our country's national security, as I mentioned, and economic security, because our entire country is reliant on cyber-based technology in every aspect of our lives. From the moment that we wake up to the time that we go to bed, there is a reliance on the digital network. So despite the pandemic, a handful of institutions still continued with virtual camps, and a few had in-person camps, setting a precedence for a variety of ways to host camps, to reach a wider variety of participants. So that's better. That's great, right? This pandemic, we took advantage of it. These schools were more creative, opened up the aperture, opened up the access, and they really developed new ideas. There was even a virtual Gen Cyber Camp for deaf and hard of hearing. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Amazing instructors and dedicated professionals that really are just so committed to increasing that cybersecurity pipeline. So it's an exciting time for our nation, and I'm just so glad to be a part of it. Even as we speak, Dakota State University is hosting their virtual version of the Gen Cyber Camp. Yep, for girls. It's an initiative aimed at empowering and motivating and educating girls to the perception of cybersecurity. They provide resources for middle school through the collegiate programs, and also they help them into their professional careers. CyberHer is allowing women to foster positive and encouraging relationships with industry through original and curated content to motivate females. That's pretty exciting. We are just trying to increase the 20% of gender diversity in the cybersecurity field, because we need as many people as we can get, right, to get into the field and to stay in the field. The summer of 2021 promises to be an exciting and impactful summer for Gen Cyber. There'll be at least 150 camps in over 44 states. Our newest initiative at the National Security Agency is the Cybersecurity Education Diversity Initiative. You may have heard of that. It's called SETI. It's led by our partners, CAE leaders, Fordham University and Excelsior College. SETI is a national workforce development initiative that aims to close the gap in cybersecurity talent. But it's a really unique partnership. It's between the National Security Agency, the Maryland Innovation and Security Institute, and the Department of Defense Office of Small Businesses and Business Programs. This partnership provides an academic path and a pipeline for cybersecurity students to enter into the field of the cybersecurity equipped with knowledge, skills, and training to fill cybersecurity jobs. It's really the trifecta. We're helping the schools achieve CAE certification. The students at those emerging schools then get hands-on experience through the MISI partnership and their virtual cyber range. And the Department of Small Businesses tethers those students to small businesses in their geographic area for internships. So together, right, we all rise. It's pretty fun, isn't it? It's exciting. So SETI is a coalition, but we don't do it alone, right? Just because we're kind of leading it. We have a coalition of amazing volunteer CAE institutions that are going to share existing resources with minority serving institutions, so they don't have to go and develop new ones, right? That's what's been happening, and it's been hard to get into the field if you have to develop everything new at a university. So they're going to start sharing, these amazing institutions are going to start sharing others, right? So as I said, we're stronger together, right? As we come together, that's what's going to make our nation great and stay digitally strong and secure. So they're going to help the minority serving institutions develop cyber curriculum and share existing curriculum. And the leadership of those institutions are going to help create a shared knowledge center, which will be a major library from which the minority serving institutions can pull on the resources produced by the SETI Coalition. This is exactly why we love America. We are innovative, we're creative, we like to help, and it's that collaboration that's going to help increase the number of schools that we have, minority serving institutions and HBCUs, to really able to get into the field, help produce students in the field, and then deploy them into the 16 critical infrastructure sectors for our country. And this also assists with the defense industrial base, the DIB, as we're trying to really increase the cyber defenses of all of our partners. The minority serving institutions in the SETI program will be able to download new courses and video lectures and labs. That is pretty exciting. We'll also be able to pull courses from the Clark Library that's affiliated with the center, the CCEI initiative out of the National Cryptologic Museum Foundation. So it's a similar name to my name, but the National Cryptologic Museum Foundation, Cyber Center for Education and Innovation, they are going to be hosting the Clark Library so they can integrate all of these resources together and make them available to you. So sharing courses from existing programs is just half the solution, right? You have the content, you got the accessibility, but we also need the amazing professors and faculty and teachers to jump right in and make it happen, right? And then we need the students who want to be interested in the field and to stay in the field. So pulling this all together is quite the feat. And that's why I value the role of NICE, the role of the interagency, the role of the committee that Rodney Peterson hosts monthly for everybody, the ICC. We all value and want to invest in our country. I'm also a member of the White House Federal Committee on STEM. They call it the FC STEM. They put out a report. You can take a look at that. There's also a lot of interest in trying to pull all the disparate pieces across the executive branch, pulling them together, working with state and local, working with academia, and working with industry. And we're a pretty large place, right? 50 states in the United States of America. So it's a lot of coordination that works. And I can always value the role of collaboration. So thank you, everyone on this call, for being here and collaborating and sharing your innovative ideas and sharing your thoughts and just being amazing. So as I mentioned, cyber is a team sport. We combat our adversaries in cyberspace, but we only can do it together. The threats that you probably have seen, the National Security Agency mentioned it, as well as the cyber alerts that are put out. There's an NSA Twitter new account called NSA Cyber, and there's alerts that are put off there with Department of Homeland Security with CISA. There's a lot of joint alerts these days in the area of cybersecurity. So together, CISA and NSA have been putting out a lot of alerts, and that's because the cybersecurity field is just incredibly increasingly more sophisticated in terms of the emerging threats. A lot of new threat vectors are opening up, as well as a lot of new attacks, so techniques as well. So that's why we have to come together, but we're innovative and we're creative and we're combating it together. So through our partnerships, by combining the efforts and strengths of academia with the public and private sectors, we will succeed. And I know we will rise as a nation. So thank you to all of the participants. Thank you to the coordinators of this amazing event, and a big round of applause for the schools that you're going to see their slides come up that got their new designation this year, because we're a family and we're going to stay together. Have a great rest of the day, and thank you for being you.
Thank you so much. And again, that was Diane Janosek, the Commandant of the National Cryptologic School at the National Security Agency. We appreciate everything that you do for us. Now, to recognize the schools that were part of the National Centers of Academic Excellence in Cybersecurity. So we'll just go through the slides. As I say the name, we'll go ahead and switch slides. So next slide, please. Alamance Community College. Athens State University, Birmingham University, Chemeketa Community College, Florida International University, Georgia State University, Gwinnett Technical College, Loyola University in Chicago, Mountain Empire Community College, New England Institute of Technology, Pitt Community College, Pittsburgh Technical College, Portland State University, Purdue University Global, Roane State Community College, St. Vincent College, Sam Houston State University, Tiffin University, University of Nevada at Reno, University of New Orleans, Virginia Commonwealth University, Wright Technical Community College, Washtenaw Community College, Wright State University, University of Massachusetts, Dartmouth, United States Naval Academy. And as you see here, these are now the 335 National Centers for Academic Excellence institutions. Next slide. Congratulations again, and you all will be on Thursday and Friday recognized at the CAE Symposium held by Cal State University San Bernardino. Congratulations again. Next slide. So as we turn from here, we do have an exhibit hall break. So next slide, please. We encourage you to check out the 6Connect platform and go through that. If you go to your breakout sessions, you will be able to see the descriptions and the different sessions we have going on. We will start promptly at 3 p.m. And then have our final concurrent breakout sessions at 4 p.m. Next slide, please. I also want to make reference to the conference recordings. Many of you have been asking for them. They will all be made available on Monday, November 23rd. So that's next week at niceconference.org. It will be at our dedicated YouTube channel. Next slide, please. And finally, for those in the K-12 community and those that deal with the K-12 cybersecurity aspect, our partners at iKeepSafe are hosting the NICE K-12 conference. We do encourage you to register for that one. Please register by December 4th, and that conference kicks off virtually December 7th and 8th. Next slide, please. Thank you again, and look forward to seeing you at the respective breakout sessions. And thank you again for supporting the NICE Conference and Expo virtual series this year. Stay safe.